Hi guys, welcome back to Kangen vs. Garden. This is Peter back at ya. Just honestly wanted to do a little video. I know everyone's cooped up inside, but I don't know, a little flash video of not necessarily some of my favorite plants, but mainly just some of the plants that I really enjoy looking at and talking to. Gosh. So I have this beauty here. She's a cutting. I got her over in Portland and at Potted Elephant. They're really awesome, super cool. They do, sales I think once a month, but who knows when those will start back up. But this is a Philodendron Red Emerald. A little dusty, but you know how it goes. But they're awesome. One thing I'll note about philodendrons, which I struggled with differentiating between a pothos and a philodendron, but for a philodendron, they produce little sheaths for their leaves. Most of mine have kind of fallen off, but you can see the little sheath there. This is just a rock that I have in here because it helps weigh her down so she doesn't topple over. But yeah, I like her form, her structure. I know that if I were to kind of stake her up like I have with some of my other philos, that she would grow, she'd push out some good aerial roots and kind of snag on and grow. I know moss poles have been a huge craze lately. The reason why they're a little bit more successful than just normal stakes of wood is because it's obviously mimicking nature much better, and it allows the aerial roots to really get in on the fibers of the moss, so it allows them to grow much easier because that's nature. They don't really have square cut pieces of wood out there, but yeah, Philodendron Red Emerald. Beautiful. So this is something a little bit cool. I kind of threw some of these cuttings in here from a pothos, a spider plant, and I think there's even a little bit of succulents in there, but they're doing great. I found this jar, I think, at Goodwill, and just kind of stuffed some peat moss, some rocks in there, and put these girls in. I haven't really watered it really since I planted it, other than just kind of spraying it, but I guess you could call it a terrarium. I don't know, it's not necessarily sealed, so whatever. But this pothos, actually, this leaf right here is a new leaf that she pushed out. And yeah, it's cool. Kind of put some rocks and stuff in there. The last one I want to show you, obviously I have a lot, but this little guy, my partner actually got them over at OMZ, and it's a little baby sequoia tree. And she's doing great. Tips are still green. Whenever you get a plant that's real small, you want to resist the urge of putting it into a larger pot, because it's like providing far too much surface room for those roots. The roots almost like to be a little bit crammed. Not all, but most roots do enjoy finding the edge of the pot and growing from there. I kind of illustrate it as being an iceberg. Your plant is about 70% roots, and then the rest is the plant coming out. That's why a lot of people won't see a lot of growth when they repot into a larger pot, is because the plant is working on its roots first, and before it starts working on the plant itself to really establish itself. And that's how you can kill plants is putting them in too large of pots. They have trouble establishing themselves, and then if you're me, you tend to overwater them and then they get root rot. So you'll learn quickly, but you kind of learn by killing plants. So that's just my experience. But yeah, little baby sequoia. Well, thanks guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Come around and see the rest. And stay safe out there. Hydrate or die.